Heyo everyone, it's the Loki Monster here, and this week in AQ3D we have the new Order and Chaos Heretic set that's available, as well as a quest line for that, for the title Chaos Warden, and we also have a raw version if you manage to complete that quest, as well as the Heretic Conqueror set now has that. Now last week we had the new intro, and you notice now that some of the items names have changed. There were also 3 boss drops that were available. They still are. You can go and replay that. It's great XP, class XP, if you guys want to play that. Now, we have the Dragon Crystal promo this month is the Angelic Wings. Well, not this month, is for 6 months, and it includes it's the biggest package only, so you have to buy the 35,000 one, that's $100 American, and you get these wings. Now, like I said, that's available for 6 months. Now, we also have in the event shop, you can check out the Order of Chaos and Legacy here, as well as the Heroic Conqueror and the new raw ones there, but we're going to go check it out where you should check it out, where you can get the actual quest a little later on in this video. But first thing I want to mention, when you logged in, you will have a quest prompt to talk to Celestia. So when you go down to talk to Celestia, well, nothing happened for me, and then I thought, well, I checked through everything, and then I went to New Babylon, and there I checked there too, and other than this events thing here, I didn't really see anything new, so I didn't know what was going on. But later when I went back, I realized she had a question mark over her head now, so now I can actually turn in that quest. So if this quest doesn't trigger, try talking to her again. If that doesn't work, try leaving and then coming back and talking to her again. This quest, you need to go out the gates of to the crossroads to this glowy spot. You can't teleport, guys. You gotta walk there and then head over to Green Guard. And it says to talk to Robina, but really you want to head towards that glowy spot right there. And for the new players, that will trigger the Green Guard cutscene. For us, it does nothing. Now, back to the bank, I wanted to bring up that we finally have the raw items for the Frostval bundle. So, we're going to check them out here, and unfortunately, it looks awesome. They really should bring these raws out before they remove it from the game, because I had a friend who was actually waiting to see what the raws looked like to decide whether or not he wanted to buy this collection, and because it left before they came out, he didn't get to see them, and that's unfortunate. They really need to stay on top of that if they want to get their sales up and keep this game running. So this is the raw version, and as you can see, it's all like silver for the most part for the frost sights, and I really love the white version of the cape there, and especially with the fur on it. And I did notice, I didn't know whether something else was clipping, but there was something weird going on with that helm. And now we have the Ice Brigand, unfortunate clipping there. And for this one, I noticed the ice spikes were white on the boots but black on the arms, and then it didn't make much sense because then they were white on the hood. So a little confusing, but those look absolutely awesome like this. And then we have this little weapon, and of course we have the mage version, so those are white spikes now, and the armor piece now black rather than navy blue. So that is very cool. And of course you have to be a guardian in order to use the raw stuff. Now, with the new promo, you might be wondering, where were the rewards? Well, the rewards, you have to go back and get them yourself. Now, first I wanted to point out that the shop has changed. All the DC items are now gone from the shop, and if you were lucky enough to buy this dragon frog pet, you will now find that it was legacy, because it was never supposed to end up here. So lucky guys who got that, but there are hidden chests on every one of these maps, and the new rewards are in these hidden chests. Now this one's really funny. If you haven't seen it, you can play through it. I'm just skipping through it fast, but it's really funny whether or not you want to open the chest or not. But you'll find you get the Manted of Gilded Vigil here, and note the note is gone from this box. So if you didn't get that note before, it's gone now. So that was very cool cape for that. And for this area, it has the chest here is the hood that matches that cape. Very cool. And then also wanted to mention that there were 3 swords. You had your choice in this one of picking between 3 swords, the blue, pink, or red. Well, they have been changed now to different swords, and whatever one you picked is been changed in your account to this. You no longer have the one that you got when you played through. But the other ones will eventually end up in game, not the old ones, the other ones that you didn't pick. Apparently, according to Clarion. Now, this is the last of the secret chests. I hope you were paying attention where I was running. And it is a one-sided shoulder piece. Very cool. And next up, we're going to check out the heritage stuff. Now, you need to go to Greengard and Heartwood and then travel straight down the path till you see the Tailor Scout. Hop in the cave, run down until you reach the tomb, and then head over and talk to Sir Lancer. And here he has, under the heroic essence, 2 new quests. Now, one for the Conqueror and one for the Warden. So we're going to check out the new one first for the Warden, and because the set's new as well. So you have to collect all of these pieces, and look at that class XP on that. Like, not just the 70,000 gold, that's not bad, but if you collect all these pieces, and you do have to be a guardian in order to, you will unlock the raw version here once you have this complete set, but you do need to be a guardian in order to wear the raw set. Now, the original set here, as you can see, is an account item, which means it's going to be shared. Now, this is not so with the other Heretic sets. Now, Clarion did mention about possibly making all the Heretic ones account items, but note that the raw versions of this, that is so cool, is going to be Guardian only still. But the only thing I don't like about this set is that the gold on it is very green, like the Elven Guard and Greengard green, and yeah, it really look at how the green just like clipping on it, like it's supposed to be gold. And I find it very unfortunate choice of color, which makes the raw version even more attractive. Very hard to see the feathered wings on top of that. I am displaying the full sets beside it so you can see what they look like. So this is the raw version. Now, of course, like I said, you have to complete that quest. You will unlock the title Chaos Warden when you do, and that will unlock these raw items. Now, the raw items do have free storage here with Sir Lancer, so that is a good thing. But like I said, the other Heretic sets, you're got to store them currently in your bank. Hopefully they will change that so they are account items. So that is the Order and Chaos version. And now under the Legion Heretics is a lot bigger a quest, a lot more items, and significantly no great class XP on that. Kind of feels like a rip-off to do this quest compared to the other, but this is the full version of the raw. I'm not going to show you the regular one because you guys have seen it before. If you haven't seen it before, well, you can check it out here. So how do you get the Heretic essence for this? Well, by paying any of the level 50 areas. All the bosses drop them, and the mobs in the Nulgath area drop them when you're doing the sword quests, if you're doing those. So this is the raw version of that, and it's very nice. Honestly, I have not gone back because, like, I mean, I have only done a little bit of the Heretic set because, I mean, we're done all those areas. Why would I want to go back, right? So why would you want to go back? Well, don't worry, you don't have to go back, because coming soon we have a new level 50 boss area, which you will be able to farm them there, as well as the new level 50 boss fight will also drop pieces that match the Order and Chaos set. So, last thing I want to mention is this tease of the new social area. It's the Carnival, and this is the new roller coaster, and this is really awesome. I actually talked to Dagger about the possibility of doing this years ago, and he said it wasn't possible because it wasn't a sandbox game, but thanks to Spider, we now have the housing, and it is a sandbox game. So we now have a roller coaster. This is really awesome. So leave you guys to check this out, and I'll see you next time. If you like my videos, please hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Everybody in the area ain't messing with the herd.